Hi friends, welcome back to Cryptonomics. Today I will be doing an update on Coinbase. It is down 30% from 184 down to 130 from a few weeks ago. Is it a right time to buy? Well, stay tuned and find out. Also, why is ARK Invest Cathie Wood selling so much of her Coinbase shares? Are analysts wrong about the Q4 of 2023 forecast of revenue? We think so. And what would it mean if Coinbase was profitable for all of 2024? Today, I'll be covering Coinbase, why ARK Invest by Cathie Wood is selling so much of Coinbase shares. We will look at the forecast that analysts are predicting for Q4 and how it compares to ours, why we think they're so wrong and there's so much opportunity to be out of consensus and make the right call based on our forecast. If our forecast is correct and Coinbase does turn profitable Q4 and continues that trend all through 2024, there's a huge possibility of it being included in the S&P 500, which means it will be a part of a passive strategy for a lot of investors that just buy and hold the index. All right, first let us address the elephant in the room, which is ARK Invest selling 300 million of Coinbase shares. Let's look at why that is and why you should not be concerned. In fact, this is an opportunity to purchase them at a 30% discount to a recent high. If we go on ARK Invest website, we can look at the fact sheet for their flagship ETF, ARKK. Here we can see that Coinbase in September was about 7.8% of their holdings. This grew to 13 something percent. If you notice, no one security is above 10% here. Tesla momentarily and recently in December, Coinbase was 13% of the ARK Invest flagship fund. Now they have a risk mitigation strategy, which is to reduce exposure to anything that's over 10%. To keep any one individual holding at the max allocation of. That is why they sold. As ARK was selling to get their numbers down below 10%, this also impacted the market because they hold so much, as well as people that get concerned when they see ARK selling, thinking they know something they don't. So they also sell in expectations of some bad news. Well, there's no bad news, people. The Bitcoin ETF got approved, and Coinbase is the custodian for 8 out of the 11 funds that are custodying their Bitcoin with Coinbase. This will be more revenue for Coinbase. On top of this, crypto prices have gone up significantly. Next, we have analysts that are projecting Q4 revenue of $635 million. This is less than what it was in Q3 if we look at the video we made last time where the Coinbase revenue was $674 million, and this is our Coinbase video that we published a few weeks ago why we're almost all in on Coinbase. So they expect the revenue to be down from Q3 in Q4, which doesn't make any sense. And here's why. First of all, if you haven't seen our video, why I'm all in on Coinbase, do check it out. At the end, I do show my forecast and calculations for Q4, which are $915 million of revenue. That's 35% more than it was in Q3. I think the analysts are wrong. And if analysts are wrong, that means you are betting on something that is out of consensus. And that is where money is made in investing. If you are with the crowd, there's no money to be made. Everything is priced in. So you have to invest in something that's not already priced in. If the revenue being lower is priced in and you are betting that it will be higher, well, that's the alpha. So once the revenue is shown to be higher than expected, then the price will adjust to take in that new information that wasn't priced in. Now let us look at some cryptometrics and to why we can safely expect the revenue in Q4 and Q1 of this year to be better than expected, or at least what the analysts expect that aren't me. So first, let's look at spot market cap. In Q3, market cap was about 1 trillion. It was kind of holding that all year. And Q3 revenues ended in October, okay, all through September, it was 1 trillion. And guess what happened in October? It went from 1 trillion to what is now 1.7 trillion. That's a let's say 75% or 70% increase in market cap of crypto. This alone should tell you that Q4 will be better if you're not oblivious to how crypto works or how Coinbase makes their money. Next, volumes. Coinbase makes about 50% of their revenue on trading volumes. Volumes, if you can look right here, all the way through September, have been under 50 billion. Now look at the volumes here at the end here. They're hitting 100, close to 150. That's more than double of what it was. Coinbase makes their money on trading volume through fees. Continue to be oblivious if you want to follow the analysts. Next, okay, so here's a little infographic I made. This is Coinbase numbers for Q4 of 2021. They had $913 million profit. They were profitable also throughout 2021. And then crypto winter hit. We had a bunch of scams in crypto, bankruptcies, and Coinbase revenue went down. It went down from 2.5 billion to 1.6. 1.6, that's still better than what it is now. But they were losing money. They were operating Q1 of 2022 at a loss. So that's because their expenses, in blue right here, you can see expenses, were very large. They hired a lot during the pandemic. Their workforce was, I think, close to 5,000 employees. And so for the next 2 quarters, they were bleeding money. Nothing got better. Their expenses actually went up. So what did they do? They started laying off people, cutting costs, and their revenue stabilized. You can see the purple. And their expenses started going down in blue, okay? All through 2023, they've been reducing their expenses while working to stabilize revenue, which stable coins did, and subscriptions, if you watched our last video. Now, this is my forecast for Q4 of 2023. This is Q1 of 2024. This one is much more speculative, so don't pay attention to it because it's only the 13th of January. So I only have 13 days of data to use to extrapolate the rest of the quarter, the next almost 2.5 months. So this is just a guess, but this is an accurate calculation in my forecast. So I expect him to be profitable for Q4. This earnings report will come out, I believe, February 20th, if my memory serves me right. But just look at this trend. Revenue goes up from being very high to being very low. I think this is bottom right here in Q3 of 2022. And it's steadily stabilizing. And if my forecast is correct, it's going to go up. Expenses. They balloon in early 2022. And then they stabilize and drop down all the way through 2023. I have them increasing slightly over the next couple of quarters, but also that's a guess. Perhaps Coinbase has learned to be more responsible with their spending and they will keep it steady at 750 or so to 800 million per quarter while their revenue actually grows, which will imply a greater profit. This is the actual trading volume of Coinbase for the last 3 months, October 16th through now. I want you to notice something. Notice that it's steadily going up. And if you looked at our calculations and the chart we made for the previous video, it's substantially up from the previous quarter. The most interesting part of this chart I want you to pay attention to is starting in January, which will be Q1 of 2024, it's the first time the volumes breached 4 billion on the day. This was, I believe, on the 3rd of January. And then they just recently breached 5 billion when the ETFs got approved. 4 and 5 billion are volumes not seen at all in 2023 for any single day of trading. So if this is foreshadowing the rest of the year to come, that means that 2024 will be a much, much better year than 2023. And if it continues, Coinbase should be profitable unless they really botch how they're controlling their expenses. Lastly, an important possibility that can impact the price of Coinbase shares and the value of the company is if they are in fact profitable for the whole upcoming year. If in Q4 they do turn profitable, it is going to be a small profit of about $100 million, according to my forecast. But let's say I got that wrong and they're still breaking even, maybe slightly unprofitable. But if they are profitable for the previous quarter, as I forecasted, and for the rest of 2024, there is a distinct possibility of Coinbase being included in the indexes like S&P 500. It's a unique company. It is the best, only publicly traded crypto exchange in the US. So it's unique in its industry. And if it's profitable for 4 consecutive quarters, it has the possibility of being listed or included in the indexes. Once a company is included in indexes, passive strategies by default then have to allocate to it through buying the index, which makes it go up. Higher it goes up in price, more of the index gets allocated to it. It's proportional to the value of the company. So it is a positive feedback loop, as we recently saw with Uber. Let's look at the necessary requirements to be listed or included in the index. First, market capitalization needs to be at least 8.2 billion, easy. We're well over 40. Public float, at least 10% of company shares have to be publicly available, which they are. Headquartered in the US, which it is. Financial viability, must have 4 consecutive quarters of positive earnings. This is the one that can happen in 2024. That's why it's important. Must be listed on one of the exchanges. It is. Index seeks to represent U.S. economy in various sectors and industries. This is totally unrepresented industry, crypto in the stock market, and Coinbase is the best representation of it. It itself can be looked at as an index for the crypto industry. Liquidity, trading volumes, this is also a no-brainer. There you have it. Coinbase is selling 30% cheaper than it sold a few weeks ago. In my opinion, it's not unreasonable to take advantage of this dip if you are starting a position. Crypto is starting what looks like a bull market. Volumes are up for both Coinbase and crypto in general. Crypto prices are up 70% from a previous quarter, which should be good for Coinbase's revenue going into the next earnings report and also Q1 of 2024. ARK is selling because they have to limit their exposure to under 10, and they might actually pick some more up if it keeps going down like it is. The Bitcoin ETF just got launched, and Coinbase is the custodian. We will find out how this impacts the revenue. There is a distinct possibility that this year an Ethereum ETF also gets launched, and Coinbase will likely be a custodian for that as well. Coinbase currently does provide liquid staking for Ethereum, where they charge 25% of their rewards. And you can see that the blockchain rewards right now are 75 million in Q3. We expect this to be at least 100 million in Q4 and grow even more in subsequent quarters, since the amount of Ethereum that's being staked at Coinbase is about 200,000 ETH steadily. Since price of Ethereum has appreciated from under 2,000 to about 2,500, currently 2,600, then in the absolute terms, the revenue share of blockchain rewards for Coinbase will be greater. I want to thank our friends at App Economy Insights for letting us use this beautiful chart yet again. Check them out at appeconomyinsights.com. where they make charts for almost all the big tech companies and where you can quickly and easily visualize the revenues and expenses and to see if the companies you invest in or plan to invest in are profitable or how they're changing over time. Well, there you have it. That is our analysis on Coinbase and recent price impacts of it going down 30%, ARK Invest selling, and analysts predicting Q4 revenue way off in our opinion. The spot ETF has just been approved. This will be good for Coinbase and crypto prices in general. Ethereum ETF might be approved later this year, which would also be a positive catalyst for both price of Ethereum. Ethereum blockchain rewards revenue for Coinbase and volumes as catalysts increase trading volume due to activity and interest, as well as the narrative and news that gets into the media, as we saw with the Bitcoin ETF. If Coinbase does stay profitable all of 2024, it is possible that it will be included in the S&P 500 index, which would be a positive impact to the share price as well. I don't do this content for free. Well, I do, but I get paid in likes and subscribes. So please like and subscribe. If you have any questions about Coinbase or any of our other videos or crypto in general, feel free to comment below. I'm happy to make a video or answer questions in the comments. We're still sticking with Coinbase as our biggest position. In fact, we purchased more shares this Friday at about 130, further increasing our cost basis because we think it's an opportunity where a lot of data is validating our thesis for Coinbase. Thank you for tuning in. As always, may the power of compound interest be with you. Peace.